Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So today I am going to share the 6 additional items that will be released tomorrow, Tuesday, August 7th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, along with the Inspire journal collection into my Etsy shop. I'm super excited about this one. I think it's beautiful. It's called Inspire, like I've shared a few times here on my channel, and I'm loving the whole nature theme and the colors, so I'm pretty excited about it, and I'm excited to share with you some of the items that will be released tomorrow as well. There's going to be a couple different lace packs. I had done this before for the June Bloom collection, and I sold out of them very quickly, and I had a lot of people ask for more. So we'll see what happens this month. I might be able to come out with a few more of these over the course of the month if the same thing happens, because I only have a limited supply. There are only going to be 7 of this specific lace pack, and then I have another one that I have 12 packs. So we'll see what happens. This one comes in a brown paper sack, and I stamped that pretty little moth on there. The first piece in here is large, like way too large to fit inside the journal, but I didn't want to cut it up any more than this. I love the vase and the flowers. I even love the little heart trim that goes around the piece. So this is a really large applique. When I measure it, it is about almost just shy of 13 inches. And the width of it is like 9¼ inches at the widest. So it's obviously not going to fit in your book as a whole, but I'm thinking it would be beautiful to cut up some of these flowers and use them in your book. That little round trim would be so pretty. I always love the netted look on these pieces. There's more down here, and then you could use the vase and do anything with it really that you wanted to. If you didn't like the vase, you could cut up sections of it and use it on some layering projects, or you could save it and use it for something completely different. Either way, I absolutely love this piece. I will leave that to your creativity and imagination. So each one of these larger lace packs comes with one of those. There's also a strip of lace trim in here that came along with this piece. So these are all slightly varying in length, but I would say it's 16 to 18 inches long. And again, you can cut this up and use it how you would choose. And then there are just a few little flower pieces that are in here as well. So 2 that are very similar, and you can see here that it's about the size of my hand. That will fit on your journal page with a piece of trim and a flower. So there's 2 of those, and then there is another little flower piece. So altogether there are 5 lace pieces. There's a small applique pack and a large applique pack. So this is going to be the large pack. Again, they are all going to vary slightly, but they have the same elements in them. That's the nature of a handmade item. And yeah, there will be 7 of these available. Then there will be a package that comes like this, and this has some smaller applique pieces in it. There are 3 little lace appliques that look like this. All of these have been coffee dyed, by the way. So they have a very natural brownish worn look to them. So they match the collection perfectly. So you're going to get 3 pieces that are incredibly similar to this, and then 3 pieces that are like this. So there are 6 pieces that come in this kit, and the nice thing about these appliques is that they do fit inside the journal, that you could glue them and add them however you choose in your journaling and artwork for the month. So I absolutely love these, and there will be 12 of these available. Another item that I'm very excited to have been able to make is a 2-piece tag and envelope set. These are made with Edith Holden book pages, so every single one of them is going to vary. Yours might not be this specific set. There are 12 sets altogether, so all of them are different, and I'm not going to do individual listings because that gets really confusing when there is 12 of them. So there will be one listing, and then you will get whatever comes your way. It's kind of going to be a surprise, but to give you an idea of what are in these sets, You're going to get a bag that looks like this. There will be 2 journaling tags made with an Edith Holden book page that measure 7.5 by 4 inches. And again, you can see how these would be beautiful additions to your journaling for the month. So all of them are stitched and backed with some coffee dyed paper. They all have a stamped image on the back of them. One has this flower and one will have that moth. So this one has this garlic image, and then there's a little collage on each one of them. So this one has some burlap, some trim, and a couple buttons. This one has some lace and some fabric and buttons. So there's 2 tags, and then there is an envelope made with Edith Holden page as well. And this also has a little bit of embellishing on the envelope, and it fits nicely inside the journal too. Just to give you an idea on the measurements, this one is 6.5 inches wide and 4 inches tall. And just so you can have an idea of a couple of the other ones that are in here, there's this really pretty set here. Another envelope. You can't go wrong with her book pages, right? Like, they're just gorgeous. And then I'll share one more. Here's the envelope in this one. All of them have vintage buttons, or at least really old buttons. And there we go. That is 3 of the 12 sets. Again, they all vary, and there will be 1 listing. So if you're interested, just purchase from that 1 listing and you will receive 1 of these beautiful tag sets. And one more item before I get into the paper packs that I always have. This is something new that I put together this time. There are going to be 18 of these available, and they are just some tag ephemera packs. There are 20 pieces, if I can get it out of the bag, that's helpful, in this pack. So this is just something, if you really like the tags and ephemera, that you can add to the collection as well if you like to use a lot of this kind of stuff in your journaling. All right, there, I was getting nervous. So another paper bag. There's one of these weekly time records. That's a trifold time card that you can use as well. The other cool thing about these is really you could cut it into thirds and get 3 pieces out of that. There are 6 price tags, 3 claim checks, 3 layaway tags, 3 alteration tags, 3 guest checks, and then 1 white time card. So again, this is 20 different tags and pieces of ephemera, and there will be 18 of these available tomorrow. And then getting into the last 2 things, these are the paper packs that you could purchase to go along with the collection. First, I'm going to start with the small pack. There are 16 items in here total. This counting is 1. You get a strip of 6 white tickets, which I like doing white because you can then coffee dye them if you want to. Starting on the top here with the small items, there's a price tag, there's an old Rolodex card, a claim check, a 4x6 piece of Tim Holtz scrapbooking paper. All of the images are going to vary and be different, but this is something you could use as a tuck spot or a journaling card. There's another layaway tag here, an alteration tag, a guest check, an old flash card. There's a 6x6 piece of Tim Holtz paper that is divided into these 4 little pieces here that you could cut apart and use in your journal. And then there will be a 6x6 piece of Tim Holtz paper, and again, these vary. There's an old book page from a 1953 children's school book that was related to nature. So of course the pages vary, but it will be something out of that school book, and all of them have an image on it of some kind. There is some type of flower or plant manual. It's a little care instructional page that came out of a larger book about plants. There's an Edith Holden book page in here. There's a rather large piece of handmade paper. Let me measure this so we can have an idea. It's 11 inches by roughly 8 inches, a little bit shorter, between 7 and 8 inches. So this is just white handmade pressed paper. And then I have this old book from my library. Every image in the book, every image has been stamped Elkhart Public Library. I guess they didn't want people copying it in the photocopier, but it's still a very cool book page about seeds and just some information. This one specifically has some pine information there, but anyway, that's a fun book page to use. And then of course it comes in this brown paper sack. And then getting into the large paper pack, I'm very excited about these paper packs. And just so you guys know, since I've mentioned the count, there will be 30 of each of these available, which seemed to be a great number for the month of July. There are only a few left in my shop that correlate with the Breathe collection. So again, if this is something you're interested in, it should be easy to come by. I don't see them selling out right away, so just know that. Of course, I could be totally wrong because I definitely like seeing growth too. So I don't think it's something that's going to sell out very fast as far as these paper packs go. So there are 30 items in this paper pack. Again, you get a strip of 6 white tickets. This one has an extra fabric ruffle in it that you could use. 2 price tags, a claim check, an old Rolodex card. There's an extra little seed pack in here, 2 guest checks, 2 layaway tags, 2 alteration tags. There's an extra glassine bag. There's this beautiful bird napkin. We used the napkins in the Breathe collection last month, and I have a video up on my channel. If you're new to decoupaging napkins in your journal, I have a video on my channel showing how simple that is. So there's a napkin in here that you can play around with. There's also a 4x6 piece of Tim Holtz paper that you could use as a pocket or a journaling card. There's an old flashcard, another one of those quartered 6x6 Tim Holtz papers, and again, they're all going to vary. A 6x6 piece of Tim Holtz paper. And then getting into some of the book pages, there's a field guide bird page in here. This was a reading card that I have from an old school set for learning how to read. There's a lot of animal images, so I just included this, and I thought the words were a lot of fun. You could cut that up and use it in a lot of fun ways. There's another school science book page. There's another field guide manual book page here that just has some nature. It could be an animal or an insect of some kind that comes in your kit. There is also a different school textbook. This one has some lovely leaf images on it. Those all vary, but it's an old school book, so that's a lot of fun. Another one of those plant instructional care little pages, an Edith Holden book page of some kind. This is actually a folded page out of the book, so you're actually getting 2 Edith Holden book pages that are still connected. There's a fun 1970s type book page in here that's about plant care. I love those images there. There's another one of those Woody Seed Manual books from my library book sale. Another sheet of that handmade pressed paper. And then a full sheet of music that you could coffee dye or cut up and use however you like. So again, there will be 30 of these available. All right, you guys, and that's it. That is all the extra items that will be included with tomorrow's collection. And again, I will probably post a photo early on Instagram. So if you're not following me over there of tomorrow's collection, I'll post some photos and help remind everyone about tomorrow's release. So follow me over there if we're not friends. My name there is cheaply_chic_. I'll put my Instagram in the description box down below. I will also include a link to my Etsy shop. And again, this is not available right now. It will be tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, noon, Tuesday, August 7th. So again, I just wanted to be able to share. It can be overwhelming to share everything at once, so I wanted to let you guys see some of the things that will be available. And tomorrow, don't forget, I will share the release video. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. Thank you for your encouragement and wonderful words. You all mean the world to me. And I guess that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Bye!